So now in this lecture, I will show you the first program for the Arduino Uno board. And the program is like this. Write a program for Arduino Uno board to toggle an on-board LED connected at pin number 13. So in this program, we want that the on-board LED of this Arduino Uno board should toggle, right? And the on-board LED you can see here in this slide. Yes, here. This is one on-board LED, right? It is fabricated on the Arduino Uno board, and this LED is internally connected to pin number 13. Okay. So if you talk about the LED, so LED looks like this. It has two terminals. One is cathode, and cathode is a smaller leg, and another terminal is anode, and this anode is longer leg. So this LED, the symbol of LED is like this, right? These arrows shows that when LED is on, light emits. So here this terminal, this side, this is your anode, and this side it is cathode. So if we connect this LED in such a way that anode is connected to positive terminal of the battery. Suppose this is a battery of, let us assume, 5 volt. And if this anode terminal of the LED, this side it is anode terminal, it is connected to positive terminal of the 5 volt, and this side we have negative terminal of the 5 volt, and this negative terminal is connected to the cathode. So if we make this type of connection, then this LED is forward biased, right? If this LED is forward bias, and once the LED is forward bias, this LED is on, right? And once the LED is on, the light emits from the LED, and you can see the light is glowing from the LED. Now the second connection is like this. If you take this LED, this side it is anode terminal, and this side it is cathode terminal, and we have connected this LED to a battery of 5 volt, and now we have connected in such a way that, so see, this is the negative terminal of the battery and this is positive terminal of the battery. So if we connected the negative terminal of the battery to anode and positive terminal of the battery to cathode, then this LED is reverse biased. It is reverse biased. And once the LED is reverse biased, so your LED is off, and the LED will not emit any light, right? So the main means to make the LED on, you have to make the LED in forward bias condition, and to turn off the LED we have to connect the LED in a reverse bias condition. Okay. So now internally this LED is connected with pin number 13 in such a way that this anode terminal of this LED, right? This is a onboard LED. The anode terminal of this LED is connected to pin number 13, right? Pin number 13 of pin 13 of Arduino. And this cathode terminal is internally connected to ground, right? So I am talking about this onboard LED. So now cathode terminal is permanently connected to the ground. Now at pin number 13, if we send plus 5 volt, right? If we send first of all we have to make this pin 13 output pin. First we have to declare this pin number 13 as a output pin, right? So this pin is output pin here, and this is connected to anode of the LED, right? So if you draw the symbol in this way, right? So this is your anode and this is your cathode, and cathode is internally permanently connected to this ground internally, right? It is ground. Now A is connected to pin number 13. So my pin number 13 should generate of voltage to make this LED forward bias or reverse bias. So this pin number 13 must be your output pin. This must be your output pin, right? So now if plus 5 volt is generated from pin number 13, so what will happen? So anode terminal will be connected to plus 5 volt. Now cathode is permanently connected to ground. So now with this, what will happen? Your LED will forward biased. LED is forward biased, and if LED is forward biased, then it on, right? Now if we see the second condition, if from pin number 13, if suppose we generate a 0 volt, right? So now here from the pin number 13 we are generating 0 volt. So now you can see here anode is 0 volt, cathode is 0 volt. So there is no potential difference. So if there is no potential difference between anode and cathode, then this LED is under reverse biased condition. So in this case, this LED is reverse biased. And if it is reverse biased, then LED is off, right? So to make the LED off, from pin number 13 we have to generate 0 volt, and to make the LED on from pin number 13 we have to generate 5 volt. So our pin number 13 should be output pin, as well as this pin number 13 should be our digital pin. Because here we see that we want to generate from pin number 13 only either 0 volt or plus 5 volt. So digital signal we are generating, right? So here for this application we need digital pin of this Arduino board, and already we know that Arduino board has digital pins from pin number 0 to pin number 13. That's why this LED is internally connected to pin number 13 here. Okay. So in this way we can toggle this LED, right? We can turn on this LED and off this LED, right? So now we will see the program here. So here you can see the program. Already we discussed that Arduino program has two functions. This is our function number 1, setup, and loop is our function number 2. So loop will run continuously. Whatever statements we write inside loop, those statements will run in the sequence, like first this statement will run, then next statement, then next statement, then next statement. All these statements will run in sequence, and after execution of the last instruction, again the first instruction will be executed, then again second, third, fourth, then again it will go to first. So in this way the statements written inside loop will run continuously. Whereas in case of the setup runs only once. So the main logic of our program we should write inside loop, whereas the pins which we want to initialize, for initialization purpose we should write the statement inside the setup part, right? Because only once we have to initialize the things, right? We want to initialize pin number 13 as output pin. So only once we have to do this. Once we have done, then for our whole program it will remain output pin, right? So initialization things will be done inside setup part. Okay. So now you see this program here. This I will mark here the statements like this. This is my first statement. This is my second statement. This is my third statement. This is my fourth statement, and this is my fifth statement. So now in statement 1, so here we are using a function pin mode, right? So pin mode, this pin mode is a function. And see how it is written. Pin and mode basically are two different words. Pin and mode are two different words. But here how it is written, first alphabet of the pin is small alphabet PIN. Then the second word is mode. In continuation we have written, but the first alphabet of the second word is written in caps, capital MODE, right? So this pin mode is a function and it should be written in this way only, right? Because these are predefined functions of the Arduino. So now this pin mode which is a function, it has two arguments. One argument number 1 and argument number 2 separated by comma. Now in argument number 1 you have to mention the pin number for which we are using this function pin mode, right? And for the argument number 2 you have to mention the mode of this pin, right? So argument number 1 indicates the pin number and argument number 2 indicates the mode. So the meaning of mode is input or output, right? What is the mode of the pin which is mentioned in argument number 1? So it can be input pin, it can be output pin, right? So in this way we will initialize a pin by using pin mode function as a input pin or as a output pin. So the second argument, which is a mode, for that we have only two options. Either we can write input or we can write output, and all of these input and output must be written in capital letters. Okay, right. So now you see the first statement, right? What is written there in the first statement? Pin mode within bracket. Now first argument. First argument means we are talking about pin number 13, right? So we have written here 13, comma, argument number 2. We want to make the pin number 13 as an output pin, right? So we have written here output. So with this statement, with this first statement, pin number 13 will become output pin, right? Okay. Now we come to the next statement number 2. So in statement number 2, again we are using another function here, digital write. So digital write is again a two word, and how we have written, first word is digital, and we start this word with a small alphabet D, and second word is write. So in continuation I have written this write with the first alphabet W as capital, right? So again this digital word, again this is a function. So what is the meaning of function? Function performs some specific task, right? So here this digital write function, it performs the specific task. And what task? For example, this pin mode, this function performs the specific task of declaring a pin as a input or output, right? Now this digital write function, it has two arguments. Argument number 1 pin, and argument number 2 value. So here digital value will be assigned to a specific pin which will be mentioned in argument number 1, right? So here you see how I have written this statement here, digital write, then 13, comma, high. So here digital write, in this function, the second argument, which is value, it can have only two values. Either it can be having this value high or low, right? So if you write here high, see here in this statement number 2. So now what will happen? High means plus 5 volt. This value will be output of pin number 13, right? So here, see here, this is pin number 13 of the Arduino, and this is output pin. Due to my statement number 1, it is declared as output pin. Now statement number 2, this statement number 2, digital write 13 comma high. So what it will do? It will generate a plus 5 volt now. It will generate plus 5 volt from pin number 13. And once the pin number 13 generates plus 5 volt, and see internally this cathode is connected to ground. So what will happen? This LED will become forward bias. And once the LED is forward bias, it will turn on. It will on. So my statement number 2 will turn on the LED, right? It will turn on the LED. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we come to statement number 3, right? Delay within bracket 1000. So here delay is also a function. This delay is also a function, right? And it has only one argument. This is the argument. So whatever value you will write inside this delay function, right? So that value will be expressed in milliseconds. That will be expressed in millisecond, right? So always remember. So now here see what I have written, delay 1000. So what is the meaning of this? Delay 1000 millisecond, and 1000 millisecond will be equal to 1 second. So already you see this, due to statement number 2, your LED is on, and after that there is a delay of 1000. So millisecond means 1 second. So now what will happen, due to this delay function, your processor, your Arduino board, inside the Arduino board we have ATmega328 IC. That IC is basically processor that is performing processing all these statements. So what will happen, that processor will execute some group of statements, right? And to execute these statements, processor require 1000 milliseconds. So processor is executing these set of statements, but you see here LED is on, right? And after that processor is executing some set of statements, instructions, for which it need 1 second or 1 millisecond, right? And after completing these set of instructions execution, then only processor will go to the next statement, that is statement number 4. And what is there in statement number 4? Digital write 13 comma low. So now what it will do, this low means 0 volt. Now 0 volt will be generated from pin number 13. So see here, pin number 13 is this, and now it will generate 0 volt. Already cathode is connected to ground. So now there is no potential difference between anode and cathode, right? So the LED is reverse biased. And if LED is reverse biased, so LED will off, right? So my statement number 4, this, it will make LED off. Now you come to statement number 5. So here we have written delay 2000. So 2000 means 2000 milliseconds. So now your processor will go to these codes and it will execute these codes. For the execution of these codes, processor need 2000 milliseconds. 2000 milliseconds means 2 seconds. So in this way it will execute all these codes in 2 seconds, and after the execution of last code, then since this is the last statement, then processor will go and execute the first statement. Now what is the first statement? Digital write 13 comma high. So with this statement LED will on. So see here, LED off, and there is a delay of 2 seconds. And after the 2 second delay, again your LED will turn on due to our statement number 2. Then statement number 3 will execute. It will generate delay of 1 second. Then statement number 4 will execute. It will generate a delay of, and it will make the LED off. Then statement number 5, it will generate a delay of 2 seconds. Again it will go to the statement number 2. So in this way the statements written inside a loop will run continuously till your Arduino board is getting power, right? So in this way we can write this program. Now you just think about a situation. Suppose we have connected in place of pin number 13, right? Suppose some LED is connected to pin number 12, right? And you have to write a program to toggle that LED which is connected to pin number 12. So what we will do? We will make some modification in this program. What modification we will do? First modification, pin mode. Here I will write pin number 12. So with this statement I will make the pin number 12 as a output pin. Then you come to this statement. Here I will write 12. With this high, that is plus 5 volt, will be generated from pin number 12. Then we will come to this statement here, and here also I will write 12, and with this a 0 volt will be assigned to pin number 12. So basically we have to modify this program at 3 places, right? Here, here and here. Now there is another method to write this program. This is the alternate way. So now here what we have done, see the first statement. So here we have declared one variable, right? So here LED, we have declared one variable. LED is variable, and this variable is of integer type. So in front of this I have written int, so it indicates this is my integer type variable. And the value assigned to this LED is 13, right? So this is the syntax of declaration of a variable. So syntax is int, then name of that variable, and you can assign some initial value. So I have assigned it 13, right? So now whatever you write here, x, y, z, so a variable will be created of the name x, y, z, and it is of integer type, and you can assign the integer value. So here I have assigned 13. So now with this declaration, now you see this statement, what I have written. Pin mode LED comma output. So now LED is declared as a output. And what is LED? Already I have declared here, LED is a pin number 13. Now you come to this statement, digital write LED comma high. So a plus 5 volt will generate from the LED. And what is LED? Already we declared it as a pin number 13. So pin number 13 will generate 5 volt. Now you come to the next statement, LED digital write LED comma low. So here a 0 volt will be assigned to LED, right? So now if I want to connect this LED to pin number 12, so now what I will do, in first statement int LED is equal to 13, in place of this I will write 12. That's all. I have to modify this program only at one place, right? Whereas in this method I have to modify my program to 3 places. So it is always better to, if you want to modify your program, then it is always better that very few changes you should do, right? Because if you will do more changes, then always there is a chance of errors. So generally programmers write the program in this way, okay? So in next lecture I will demonstrate you how this LED will toggle, okay?